Welcome, friends. Good to be with you again tonight. And just like last week, we're going to pick up where we left off in using Paramhansa Yogananda's incredible technique for healing the grooves in the brain. And this is something that I've been really exploring and enjoying here in the last some months and practicing with this. So I want to continue practicing with it because I think it really holds some really deep keys to us becoming more free and more happy and to experiencing the world in more of a natural way that it's meant to be experienced. So let's open together with a prayer, invoking the great masters to be here with us, invoking any saints, sages, deities that you would like to bring into your practice tonight. So welcome everyone. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, dearest friend, beloved God, great masters of self-realization, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashai, Swami Sri Yukteswar, beloved Guru Paramhansa Yogananda Ji, great saints and sages of all traditions, humbly, lovingly we invoke your presence. Be with us in our meditation practice. Help us to increase our will so that our independent human will and your divine will become one. Help us to learn to direct the life force energy so that we can send it to our brain, send it to our body, so that we can become more free, more happy in this life and become the more in harmony with our highest potential in this lifetime. Divine Mother, awaken your love in us, then teach us to awaken that love in all. Om, peace. Amen. And as we talked about a bit last week, this is the Superconscious Healing Energy Meditation. And we are going to be learning to harness the power of the life force energy, which is omnipresent, which is all-powerful, which is all-wise, and it's intelligent. And we can learn to harness that life force energy. That life force energy is always flowing through our bodies. It's allowing us to move our arms. It's allowing our heart to pump and us to breathe throughout the day. The idea is that we can harness that life force energy that is coming in through the medulla oblongata at the base of the brain. We can harness that energy and focus it here at the point between the eyebrows, which acts like a mirror, that spiritual eye. And that light gets shined back on our brain. And it is the grooves in our brains, and our brain science have been showing us this, that there are actually physical grooves in the brain and in the brain cells, that traumatic experiences and our karma, things that we've experienced over this lifetime and also past lifetimes, we bring this with us. And those traumatic experiences, all of the experiences, they manifest as grooves in the brain. And the interesting thing about the brain, which our science has shown us now, that our brain's not like a storage container, like a hard drive containing all of these thoughts. It actually works more like a filter where everything in the universe is available, and then our brain is conditioned, and it's got these grooves cut in the brain that allow certain thoughts in, certain realities, and that gives us our sense of the world. And the thoughts that repeatedly come into our brains over and over, that's because our brains are conditioned to let those thoughts in. And the more that we keep running over these old past thoughts, past habits, old traumatic experiences, and we run them over, we keep cutting these deeper and deeper grooves in our brain. So I want to really jump right into the practice of this tonight, and I'd like to, for those of us who are here, we can make this a practice. The more that we do it, the more that we'll learn how it works. And this is a very fascinating technique that comes to us from Paramahansa Yogananda, who is a fully awakened master who came during this time in the age of energy. He was here in the US from the 1920s to the early 1950s. And he came during this time in the age of energy to teach us and to show us how to harness the power of life force energy, to become masters of energy, how to heal our brains, how to heal our bodies. So we're going to learn how to heal the grooves in the brain. And then we're also going to learn how to send that energy to our bodies. So any of the areas. So really the habitual thoughts, patterns that we have in our mind that cause us physical or mental discomfort. These thoughts that we can't get over, and they keep causing us discomfort in the mind. Well, eventually that causes discomfort in the body as well. And our science is showing us this as well. These things that the saints and sages, the yogis have been talking about for thousands of years is now being shown scientifically as well. That these disturbances that we have in our minds and our brains leads to physical discomfort in our bodies and pains and chronic diseases. So we can also learn to harness that energy in at the point between the eyebrows and then send it to areas of the body. Yogananda had so much to talk about of life force energy. He called it yogoda and energization. There's energization exercises. I'll put a link to this here in the recording, Yogananda's energization exercises, which I do every day. And those energization exercises have made me so that I can be omnipresent in my body. I learned how to send energy to any of the areas of my body that need some energy for healing. And it's incredible practice. So that's another part of this. But tonight we're going to be practicing with meditation, going inward, interiorizing the mind. And when we go inward and we interiorize the mind, that energy is no longer being sent out to all of our limbs and out into the physical world. We can then harness that energy and call on the higher self, the inner guru, your inner mentor, the divine, however you want to put it. We call on those forces to help us. And it's a combination of our effort that we bring, combination of our effort and the guru or the inner mentor, the higher self on our behalf, and the divine. So it's 25% our effort, 25% inner guru's effort, 50% divine grace. So let's dive right into this practice here tonight. The main thing to remember is that the greater the will, the greater the flow of energy. So that's our willpower. We can use our will, and that's what we've been given is the willpower that we have, and we can use that willpower to align it with the divine will. And the divine wants us to be happy. The divine wants us to be free. Wants us to be able to learn how to become energy masters. So you have mighty forces with you. Don't think that you're just doing this alone. You have mighty forces, and we've invoked the great masters here to be with us in our meditation here tonight. So let's begin. If you can, sit with me with your back in a straight line. I'm sitting on a straight back chair here with my back just away from the chair. Back in a straight line. My palms are upturned at the junction of the legs and the torso with the head parallel to the floor. We're going to begin by just relaxing and releasing the tension in our bodies. It's going to be a short and long double inhalation. Then we're going to tense all the muscles in a low, medium, high, vibrating with energy. And then we'll exhale with a relax, release, feel. Then we'll do short few rounds of measured breathing. And this is going to be it's a pretty short meditation. And the good thing about a short meditation is we don't have time to mess around. We don't have time to think, oh, we've got all this time. So let's drop in really quickly with this. Let's use this time wisely that you've carved out for yourself. And let's go straight into an interior mind so that we can harness this life force energy. So let's begin now with relaxing and releasing the tension in the body. Let's go ahead and take in a normal deep inhalation. Breathing in and all the way out. And now double inhale and tense. Inhale. Low, medium, high, vibrating with energy in all the muscles. And relax. Release, feel. Again, inhale and tense. Low, medium, high, vibrating with willingness, and exhale. Relax, release, feel. Last round, inhale intense. Low, medium, high, just a bit higher, sending all that life force energy into the muscles, and exhale. Relax, release, feel, letting go of all the tension, all of the cares and worries. We're on a worry fast here together. You're giving yourself permission not to worry or think about any of your troubles, any of your projects. And let's just dive down deep together in meditation, getting interiorized, pressing pause on the movie of life that has been playing. Let's do a few rounds of measured breathing here together. We're going to be inhaling through the nostrils to a count of 6, holding the breath to a count of 6, and then exhaling to a count of 6. So let's go ahead and take in a normal deep inhalation, breathing in and all the way out. And now very slowly through the nostrils, breathing in, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, keeping the gaze uplifted at the point between the eyebrows. Exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Last round. Inhale, hold, exhale. And breathing normally, just allowing that breath to come and go naturally, as if it were waves on the seashore. Just allowing that breath to come up onto the seashore, turn around, go back out into the ocean, just noticing the breath. And as you become more and more relaxed, as you breathe, begin to notice the feeling, the sensation of the breath in the nostrils. Noticing that on the inhalation, the breath there is a bit cool. And on the exhalation, slightly warm. All we're doing right now is just feeling the cool and warm sensations of the breath in the nostrils. That's it. Just feel the sensation there. And as you become more and more relaxed with each breath, let's move the sensation now up from the nostrils, up to the bridge of the nose, where the nose meets the skull. Feel now that the cool and warm sensations of the breath are coming and going from the bridge of the nose. Noticing there that on the inhale, the breath feels a bit cool. And on the exhale, slightly warm. Just feel the cool and warm sensations coming and going from the bridge of the nose. Becoming more and more relaxed, more and more interiorized. And as you feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed, let's now move that sensation up from the bridge of the nose, up to the point between the eyebrows, the spiritual eye, the seat of superconscious awareness. Feel now that the cool and warm sensations of the breath are coming and going from the point between the eyebrows. Lifting your gaze to that point, becoming single-pointedly focused on the spiritual eye and just feeling the cool sensation there on the inhale, slightly warm sensation on the exhale, and with each breath become more and more focused at the point between the eyebrows. Now, keeping our gaze uplifted at the point between the eyebrows, take in a deep breath as if you were breathing in through your heart. Breathing in. Hold the breath. Now feel a swirling, glowing ball of light energy in your heart center. Feel that light as a deep, noble desire. A desire to do good for the world at large, a desire to become the best version of yourself. And now see that light in the heart center, that ball of light. Now feel that light blast up like a beam of light up from the heart, up through the throat, up to the base of the brain, curving and going through the brain and gathering at the point between the eyebrows. 3 exhales from that point. Breathing normally. Our gaze is now laser focused at the point between the eyebrows. We feel this deep desire in our heart. And we see or imagine or feel that light at the point between the eyebrows. This beam of light shines through the brain, and all energy is gathered there at the spiritual eye. And now let us call on the divine to help us. Help us to gather this energy. Visualize a powerful, glowing white light at the spiritual eye. Yogananda says that the power within you will do it. Have that faith. Call on your higher self right now and say, do it. We need devotion for this healing practice. So we gather our energy at the point between the eyebrows and we call on the divine in any form that we feel comfortable with. This could be God in the form of the Heavenly Father, the Divine Mother, our dearest friend, our inner guide, our inner mentor, our inner guru, our dearest friend, our beloved, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Yogananda, Babaji, Krishna. Call on the divine now, invoking spirit to draw all of the life force energy to a focus at the point between the eyebrows. The greater the will, the greater the flow of energy. Send that energy. Call on the divine to do it for us. Send that energy. And now feeling this life force energy that has entered through the base of the brain at the medulla. This area is known by the yogis as the mouth of God. Feel this mouth opening wide like a window. It's becoming so transparent as the cosmic energy pours in, growing directly through the medulla oblongata, through the brain to the spiritual eye. Feel that life force energy pouring in through the mouth of God at the medulla, going through the brain and gathering this energy at the point between the eyebrows. And the saints and sages, the yogis, tell us that this point between the eyebrows is like a mirror. And that mirror reflects this energy back. So see this light now that is gathered at the point between the eyebrows, reflecting back at the mirror of the spiritual eye. As we lift our gaze to this point and lock into a focus there. See that energy condensing now into a blazing laser beam of light, and take control of that laser beam now and shine it on your brain. See this light like a torch moving up and down, up and down across the brain, left and right. Moving this light all over your brain, scorching and finding the seeds of karma in the form of grooves in the brain. It's like a torch in the darkness, lighting up the darkness, lighting up the brain, torching and scorching and pulverizing those grooves in the brain that were created so long ago and that are the origin of whatever present discomfort that you feel. Maybe you are afflicted by an obsessive thought which is hurting you. Maybe you are affected by a tendency to lose self-esteem. Maybe you get angry. Maybe you're judgmental. Maybe you have memories of past painful events which are chasing you, and you cannot get rid of the compulsive habit to go back over those memories. Any of the negative qualities that we have, these are grooved in our brain. So with the divine here with us, wanting us to be free, wanting us to be happy, wanting us to be healed, from above our brain, we enter with this fiery, blazing torch of light, illuminating the very brain cells where the grooves were cut so long ago. See this light, this torch burning those brain cells, burning. Yogananda says, cauterizing, pulverizing. Sweep this torch up and down, back and forth, finding all of the grooves in the brain and healing them with light. This light is intelligent. It knows how to find the negative grooves in the brain. It's finding them and pulverizing them. Feel your willpower strengthening as you send this light through the brain. And as you do this, feel the divine memory of all past now flowing into you. It has opened up this gateway, and now pulverize all of the mental records of accidents of whatever sort. Physical, emotional, fears, past physical and mental troubles, accidents, operations, losses, quarrels, traumatizing experiences, past negative habits, and thoughts of unkindness toward others, and records of when others have hurt you. See this light like a blazing laser beam burning all of these records wherever they are present in your brain. And now, after being burned, send this light and this substituting light now to those brain cells, where it's substituting those old programs, those old damaged cells. It's substituting them with new brain cells, with new programs, with opposite qualities, with opposite habits, good new habits, opposite thoughts, opposite tendencies. Feel your brain now becoming healthy and renewed, luminous, light, and uplifted. Your brain is becoming more natural and healed to let in the good thoughts, the good habits that allow you to be free and happy. Letting go of those old negative tendencies. Feeling this uplifted brain, let us now send this light throughout our body. Wherever you know that there is a physical issue, Know that these issues originated from the conditions in your brain. Send this beam of light there, and again, see the light burning and healing the areas of your body that need attention. Take some time to heal those areas. See this light going into your body. Send it there with your willpower. Send it to any of the areas that need attention in your body. Feel that light cleansing and healing, pulverizing any of the issues that are manifesting in the body. And now, let us send this light to our heart for whatever sorrow, whatever wound, whatever emotional hurt from memories of past events that we could not overcome. See this light reaching those memories, reaching those wounds, reaching those sorrows, and transmuting them into strengths, healing and empowering you in this moment. Going into deeper and deeper levels within your heart, sending that light to one closed room after another. Whatever form of disease, Yogananda calls it darkness. Send this light into the darkness of the heart. It opens doors where chambers of darkness, of pains that have been held for ages, and it heals them, it transforms them. Feel your heart becoming transformed with this light, this life force light. Now begin to feel that your heart is like a lotus flower, and its petals are opening wide and to receive the light of joy that is now pouring down into that heart center lotus flower. That light is becoming brighter and brighter, and that light is now permeating every fiber of your being, healing your body, healing your heart, and allowing this joy to come over you. Joy is a divine quality. We are like children here gathered together, and our Divine Mother wants us to be filled with bliss. She wants us to be healthy and happy and free. So feel this joyful energy pouring into your heart center, filling you with the joy of bliss. Bathe in your natural state, feeling happy and free. Feeling this light in the heart center, feeling this swirling, glowing ball of light energy in that heart center. Consciously allow that doorway of the heart to open, and that light moves up from the heart, blasts up into the throat, blasts up into the medulla oblongata, through the brain to the point between the eyebrows. Seeing that light there, filled with joy. In India, a word for God is Sat Chit Ananda, which Yogananda describes as ever-existing, ever-conscious, ever-new bliss. And Swami Kriyananda tells us that love is bliss in motion. So when we open our hearts and we feel the divine bliss pouring into our hearts and filling us with love, with light, with joy, we can then share that joy with others. So let us now feel this light that is emanating out from our heart, filling our body, emanating out from our bodies. It's filled the room that we're in. This light is expanded out from the room into the building or the house that we're in. This light is expanded out into the neighborhood, the city, the state or province that we're in. This light is expanded out from the city and the state and the province to the oceans, and it's filling the oceans with healing light, healing the water, purifying the water, healing the sea creatures, the reefs. This light is expanding, and now the country that we're in, healing our country, making it more peaceful, more calm, more loving as this light expands out. And now all countries are bathed in this light. Anywhere where there is someone on this planet who is calling out to the divine, anyone with an open heart is feeling nourished by this light. Anyone who is afraid, in pain, lonely, hungry, thirsty, confused, calling out to the divine, see this light pouring into their hearts, filling their bodies, their brains with this light, healing them now in this moment, and joining forces now with all of the great souls on this planet as warriors of light, with our palms together in front of our hearts. Let's repeat out loud, repeating after me, and then we're going to rub our palms together and chant Om 3 times as we send this light out in all directions to fill the universe. Repeating after me, Divine Mother, Thou art omnipresent. Thou all thy children. Manifest thy healing presence in all bodies, all minds, and all souls. Rubbing the palms together, feeling this warm magnetic energy in the palms, taking in a deep breath, palms up. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace. Amen. Joy to you, friends. Continue emanating this uplifted, peaceful, joyful energy to everyone that you come into contact with. You can spend some more time with this meditation if you like. Yogananda tells us that our prayers are amplified after our meditations. And I hope you enjoyed this time. I hope you're feeling a bit lighter. And I hope you're feeling inspired to practice this. So this recording will be available. So if you'd like to keep practicing this throughout the week and then joining together, we're going to be practicing it again together next week as well on Tuesdays. So this is a great way to heal your brain. I've really been noticing the difference of doing this practice. And remember, this was given to us by a great awakened master avatar guru during our age as a method to heal our brains, to become happy and free. It's so fascinating to think about that, being here and being able to have access to these methods and these techniques and being able to use them and to be able to gather with like-minded friends like this. I'm so grateful to all of you for joining me. Getting to meditate with friends is my favorite thing to do. So thank you for being here. And I see Yetta Bear, and I see, God, yeah, thank you, friends. Zen, and yeah, Boroman, thank you. Blue Ridge Fire Tower, good to see you. Welcome, friends. Good to be meditating with you. I hope your brains are feeling light and healed. And the more that we do this, the lighter that we'll become. And thanks to everybody for hitting like on the video here. I see Farah Academy. Good to see you, brother. For hitting like there, that helps us to grow. And if you can share this with friends. Oh, in Carolina. Yeah, Vito in Carolina. Good to see you. Good to be meditating with you guys. It's such a great thing to be able to harness the power of these social media tools so that we can get together around the world and heal our brains and uplift and encourage each other. And I was thinking too, this will be a great practice that we can consistently share with friends. So if you have anyone that you'd like to meditate with, share this Tuesday practice with them and they can join you. Sa, thank you. Good to see you. And you can have your friends join you with this. And I think we can grow this over time. I really feel like this is something that we can experiment on ourselves and see the benefits of it and spread this. So just getting it out to more people and sharing this practice, I think is going to be a lot of fun this year. So thanks everybody. And I'm also going to be announcing here, we have our first out of state. So I'm here in Florida. And I see this. Oh yeah, great! Thank you for sharing that with your family, Victor. Blessings. I'm going to be announcing here. I guess I can announce it to you guys right now. There is a seekersoftheeternal.com website now that we just got put out currently, and we're announcing a Mount Shasta forest hiking retreat. This is going to be a 5-day, it's 5, 6, some people can stay a little bit longer through a 6-day retreat that is going to be in Mount Shasta, California. We have a beautiful retreat house center there. We're going to be inviting 14 people to join us in California. This is going to be a combination of meditations daily, Hero's Journey meditations that we're going to be practicing, hiking to the sacred sites in Mount Shasta with a really, really well-trained nature a friend of mine who is wonderful with camping and hiking and all of that. And we're going to be staying in the retreat center house there, but we're going to be taking these wonderful hikes out into the forest and using the healing power of nature and these very powerful sacred sites in Mount Shasta. And we're also going to be combining it with human design and gene keys reading. So Hassan is going to be sharing human design chart readings as well as gene keys readings and giving you some really in-depth understanding around your own DNA and around really this vehicle that we've been given, that we've purposefully chosen for our mission here on earth. And the more that we get to learn about it, we learn about our purpose, and we're going to be stepping into prosperity with this retreat. It's going to be an incredible time of just building. We've done 2 retreats, forest retreats here in Florida so far, and they've been some of my favorite weekends of my life, and the feedback that we've gotten from the attendees there has been incredible. So if any of you are hearing this now and you want to go check out seekersoftheeternal.com, check out the Mount Shasta retreat there and see if it aligns for you. We also have payment plans for that to be able to pay across 4 payments if that would help you out. So blessings to everyone, and I will see you again next week, and joy to all of you. Blessings.